Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In my previous lecture, I have discussed the liquidity ratios in which we have made the practical calculations and you people like it and according to your views, today we will also calculate the activity ratios through various practical examples that will be very helpful for you in the different tests and interview. So first we will explain the concept of activity ratios. These ratios show how efficiently a firm is utilizing its assets. And these ratios are also called the efficiency ratios and the turnover ratios. The various activity ratios are inventory turnover ratios, account receivable turnover ratios, accounts payable turnover ratios, and fixed assets turnover ratios and total assets turnover ratios. But in this lecture, I will just discuss the only two turnover ratios, that is the inventory turnover ratio and account receivable turnover ratio, and the later will be discussed in the activity ratios part 2. So today we will see the inventory turnover ratio. It checks how efficiently a firm is managing its inventory. And it also indicates the number of times during which an inventory is converted into receivables or cash during a specified period of time, which is normally the 1 year. And when we take the practical example, the formula is the cost of goods sold divided by average inventory. However, if you don't have the figure of the cost of goods sold, you can take the figure of net sales or the total sales. And when you want to calculate the figure of average inventory, it will be the beginning inventory plus ending inventory divided by 2. So here the cost of goods sold is a dollar 4 lakhs and the average inventory is a dollar 8 lakhs. So when we calculate it, it becomes the 5 times. So go back to the slide. Go back. Number of times. It means the 5 times during which an inventory is converted into receivable or cash during a specified period of time according to this example. Okay. Now we calculate. Go back to the next. Now we calculate the inventory turnover in days. This is the number of days in a year that you may take 360 or 365 days. Divided by inventory turnover in days that you have calculated earlier. This is the 5 times. It becomes the 73 days. It means after each 73 days, your inventory is converted into receivables or cash. Next is the account receivables turnover that indicates how efficiently a firm is collecting its account receivables. And this turnover ratio indicates number of times during which account receivables are converted into cash during the period of 1 year or specified period of time, which is normally the 1 year. So we take the example that the formula is the annual net credit sales divided by average account receivable. The average account receivable, if you want to calculate, this is the beginning account receivable plus ending account receivable divided by 2. Here the net annual credit sales is the dollar 4 lakhs and the average account receivable are the 8 lakhs. So we get the figure of account receivable turnover is the 5 times. Now we go back. It means 5 times during which the account receivables are converted into cash during the period of 1 year. It means in a 1 year, 5 times our receivables are converting into cash. So here we calculate the receivable turnover in days. This is the days in a year, that may be 360 or 365 divided by account receivable turnover that we have calculated the earlier. This is the 5 times per year. So here the 73 days, it means after each 73 days in a year, our receivables are converted into cash, and this is also considered as the average collection period. So this was about the inventory turnover and account receivable turnover. I hope you have cleared it, and later on we will discuss the other ratios, that is the part of the activity ratios, inshallah. Please comment it. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.